Alrighty, we had a huge past couple of days, real big past couple of days, since basically Christmas. So on the 24th, or even maybe yesterday, what was it? Yeah, the 24th, I posted a video about breaking this channel and that the target was around 25,000. We went right through that like nothing. The retest area for this run up is 24.3 somewhere. We have, let's see what this is. Let's see what this. Yep. So we have a 9 on the 4 hour at 24,770. And then we also hit a 9 right here. If you count this down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right here. So here, turn this on. All right. So that, and this candle is kind of a neutral candle. I forget the name of it right now, but it's like a neutral candle. This one is kind of like a reversal doji. We had a big drop. We can look at the hourly to see that drop real quickly. And it, oddly enough, it came back to this 9, found support, and then we're going higher. So for this to be maybe have a little bit more legs and run up, it would have to go through this high that it printed of 28,387, which is, man, I said 25. I did not expect this run up. But I also did say for the Marion multiple bands, whenever we broke this, if you look here, it takes about 30 to 35 days to get to this upper level. And then we pull back. Same. So we did that on the 16th. So I say within 30 to 35 days, we'd probably get to this $30,000 area. We went to 28, 387. That's probably good enough. I mean, this is really technically at 32, so we could maybe get a little bit higher. But I mean, we're so overdue for a pullback, and just based off of RSI. So I'm gonna get rid of these. I mean, we knew that these were here. I don't need them anymore. This one, I think the target was around 20. Maybe no, it wasn't 20. It was the upper level was 20. Let's see. Target for this one, I know we went right through it. Around here. Target for this one was the bottom of that channel. So we got that. So we can get rid of these. All right, I'll at least hide them for future reference. So I'm also ready to say the lower levels, these 14, that's never going to happen. This 17, 16, that's never, I'm not going to say never going to happen, but it'd take a lot of selling. We can look at some price ranges that I added on here. So I've been saying this whole cycle, I think we're going to get 15 to 25% drops. We did that here, this drop here, and I know I still have that on my chart. Let's see, where's it at? I have this price range, parallel channel, price range. Not sure where that one is. Something's hidden away. No, I can redraw it. No big deal. All right, so date and price range. Here we go. So from here to here, that was 16.2. So I think we're going to get something similar to that. And like what I'm saying is that we're so overdue for a sell-off. I'm just going to bring up the RSI and show you something real quick. So the RSI on the weekly. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit. So back in 2017, we got to 90.5, and we had a pullback. That pullback was 41%. Don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get the variation of 15 to 25%. But then the week after, we had the high, and the week after, it was a 16% drop. And then, I mean, we had these other highs. We were in 84, 85. This one didn't get quite as high, 80. This one was the all-time high back in 2017. This was 90.3. Like I'm saying, this is 90.5, 90.3. And the week after that one, we dropped 26%. We are at 91, basically flat right there, 91. I remember making a video a couple weeks ago. Maybe it's a couple. It could have been a couple days. I'm like, it's not going to go up all the way and then go to 30,000 from here. Technically, I wasn't wrong, but we hit pretty close to it, 28,000. So, yeah, we're basically at 91, in between 90. So I think this next week, this following week, we're going to get a drop. We're going to get that, maybe not 40% or 26%. I think we'll at the very least get an 8% drop, 8 to 12% drop. Maybe it takes 2 weeks to get to this 15 to 25%. Maybe next week we get to this 15 to 25%. And then that would be an indication to, continuation of the trend. Usually on holidays, Bitcoin would dump in price. The price would fall, but we didn't see that. But man, this thing was a rocket. And I did say that we were going to have, we were showing like a doji candle. This is not a doji candle anymore. But I still think we're going to have the drop because we're just so overbought. A lot of this, I think on Christmas or basically after Christmas, a lot of this run up was due to more retail investors, people sitting at home driving the price up. Some of those people's hands are strong hands, but the majority of them are not. As soon as we show any weakness here, it's going to go down. Another thing that's nice to show, and I show it a lot, is the 30 MA strategy. And man, this thing did you well again. And it's been back tested and it's proven to work. So if you would have bought here, right there, because that's closes above it, wait one candle, or you can go ahead and take the trade here. It was kind of pushing you in and out of positions from the 21st to the 24th for 3 days. But here, you would have entered, and the return was great. So let's just put this somewhere here. It doesn't matter where. Kind of, you entered. You would have went 20% in 2-3 days. Right now, you would exit if the price collapsed down still at a 13%. So I say bare minimum. If you're patient, you trade the strategy exactly like it's supposed to be traded. Maybe 10% if price falls, significant amount within an hour, which you could do because look at this. I mean, we had a big wick down and then kind of found support. But man, this run up was amazing. But I think anything. Let's bring back those price ranges again. Anything between basically 21,000 and 24,000 would be a buy. And I do have a 4-hour retest area at 2907, say 2910. That could be maybe that's the drop. Maybe it's a little bit more than 25%, but I mean I think we're getting a drop. This is a doji candle, reversal doji candle. We'll see what happens over the next couple of hours. Traditional markets were closed, so that means CME futures on Bitcoin was closed. GBTC was closed. GBTC is going to open up tremendously high. I think it was $28 or $29 on at 12 o'clock whenever the market closed on New Year's. Yeah, 27. It's probably going to open. I forget what the premium is. Let's look at the premium real quick. Premium. So let's say 27.34. I'll bring up the chart I had. Look at the premium real quick. Right here. Bring up my calculator. The premium. Well, that's tracking the premium because price rose so high. But we have to look at the 24th, around 12. So it was 22. So 27.34 times. Oh, it's 22%. So 0.22 plus 27.34. So it's going to open around 33 bucks maybe. No, it's got to be higher. I'm doing something wrong. Let's see. %. I was 22% from that price. So 22% from this price, and Bitcoin GBTC is supposed to track Bitcoin to the thousandth. So yeah, to the thousandth. Yeah, to the thousandth. So if we're at, say we open at 27,000. I did that wrong. Hold up. It's $27 and then 22% from that. Yeah, so yeah, like $33, $34. So that's a big move. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. If you would have got in there, say at 27, 18%. 18% on GBTC whenever Bitcoin moved from that day. %. So yeah, that's a big move. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. I think we're gonna get a reversal next week. It could be by the dip, anything between 21 and 24 is a buy. Yesterday I would have said anything between 20 and 23 is a buy, but we ran up another $1,000. So yeah, but oh yeah, and I also did want to go over some trades that happened during the week. I'm gonna go to parts. So parts was showing, I think on the 4 hour. Yeah, on the 4 hour. Okay, right here. Let's clean this up a little bit. So we had RSI right here. Yep, we had the bearish divergence I talk about here. Well, it was flat. So price was flat and the indicator was going up, and that's bullish. The CMF is the same thing, I believe. Yeah, this is even more pronounced. This is even better. So here, price is going, indicator's going up, price is going flat. So if price is going flat and your indicator's going up, that's called hidden bullish divergence. So that was indication that this is a buy. You also had a 9 here that is kind of like a retest area. Let's see, on balance volume was kind of doing the same thing, trending up. The RSI had bottomed out. I think I just showed that. Yeah, RSI had bottomed out into oversold area. So yeah, that was the trade. You could have entered. So I don't think the 1 hour worked on this. The 1 hour MA. I mean, it did, but you would have got out and lost. It bounced and then went back up, but by the close. But where you wanted to be was here, because that was about 6 to 8%, depending on where you exited. So if you would have got in, let's look at this. Let's bring up the CMF, maybe get a better entry. So you could have got in maybe on this. I mean, I think I took the trade. I saw this on the 23rd. So on the 23rd, there was an increase in CMF, broke this one, and we had got a price fall, but the CMF was still going up, which means there were still more buyers and sellers, more cash flow positive. So the target was 1322. I mean, we kind of hit it here, but you could have entered here, and then we went up again. I guess the real entry would have been here at the 2, and then you could have gone up. But you had another entry here, but you probably wouldn't have taken it. So you would have taken this one. You would have taken this trade on the bullish CMF. Once you saw it, you could have entered, probably here would have been better. Bullish CMF, entered here. I can't remember that. I mean, looking at this, I'm drawing a blank on when I took the trade. I guess I took the trade here on the 21st. Because I exited whenever it retested this area. I think the return that I came up with was around 6%. It could have been later on that. Yeah, right here. So I probably took it on the 22nd. Because I know the return that I had was 6% in about a day. So yeah, that was it. That's the trade. Long term, it didn't look great. Here, you're trending down. Maybe eventually these all turn up and you can break this high and then go higher. But that was this trade. How did I find that trade? I use bar chart as a screener. They have a nice screener here, stock screener. You can set parameters. My parameters are the beta being above 2. That means it's high volatility. Price between 5 and 500. Volume. These volumes are set off of some research I did as far as too low volume and just hot volume that would be way too high. Shares outstanding less than 100 million. Anything above that, I cut off. And then your RSI values on the lower end, because what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to catch something that's oversold and with a 9 to indicate to me that there's a high probability of reversal. And then I run that on bar chart. And right now, Big Lots is the only one that's giving that. Let's look at the chart. See if there's a trade there. Big Lots. Not so much. Let's look at the hourly, even though I don't trade the hourly a lot. No, I would say no. I would say this isn't enough indication to me. I mean, we do have this divergence here with the going up on the hourly. Nope. Yeah, Big Lots, that's it. Yeah, we're not. I mean, the RSI is between 30 and 40, but it just happened. So it looks like we're actually, yep, it's not quite ready yet. We are at some major support right here. Yes, I would say if we break this $44 area, then we would go down tremendously into this oversold area, and then that might be a buy, and then we would have some sort of retest area to come back to put a price target. Let's look at the let's look at the CMF real quick. There's some buying here. That could be a reversal. But I'm not getting a count on my 9, and this is on the daily. It's still trending down, so I would wait. Weekly, all these lines are trending down, so I think not quite ready yet for a bounce. Not quite ready yet for a bounce. On balance volume, no. Pretty flat. That's neutral. Flat indicator, flat price. But here, right here, you can see that there's obviously a line that buyers are defending. Broke out of here, came down, support, 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 and then eventually this is going to break down. And then, I mean, it could fall as low as $30. That's significant. That's where there's a TD9 that never got back tested or retested. Same thing here. Can go here, can go here. This one got retested, but this is still in the $30 area. So you're looking at a 10 to 20% drop potentially. We'll see how that goes. But it's not quite ready yet. But this is how I found that. There's stock screeners. I mean, there's different things. There's this one called Quiver Quant that I use sometimes. This is, what do they call it? They call it alternative data. So they give you information basically on what the individuals in the Senate are doing, House, Wikipedia page reviews, Wall Street Bets. That's a forum of a lot of retail traders, but you can kind of see the heat map of what they're putting their money into. Let's see if it'll just open for me real quick, just so I can see. Yeah, here's a heat map. So there's a heat map. So Wall Street Bets have been buying a lot of Square, maybe a little bit of Tesla, not so much. This is Coke, but it gives you a heat map of where Plug Power, Carnival, but it was red. It gives you an idea of what that forum is buying. It's become really popular over the last year, especially whenever you had the lockdowns for coronavirus. People were at home. But you can look at this, and I kind of use this as a counter trend indicator. Maybe if I want to short, or there's really not a lot of volume built up here, but it could eventually turn into large volume. But yeah, this is based off of mentions. I think the Senate one. Yeah, you can look at Senate trading. So you can see the specific senators. This guy sold this. James, I don't know how to pronounce that. Mitch McConnell purchased WFC on the 3rd. I'm an amount between 1,000 and 15,000. So let's see. I mean, let's see what that chart looked like. Wells Fargo. He bought Wells Fargo. Yeah, maybe it's on a breakout area. Oh, it's actually declining, so maybe that's not a good trade. Maybe Mitch McConnell made a bad trade. But yeah, so this gives you an idea. Oh, this guy, Thomas Carpenter, is buying a lot. So yeah, it gives an ideas of what they're moving. It's like alternative data. So these guys get a lot of. I mean, you would think that they have maybe some good advisors. They're not making these trades on their own, and those guys are seeing something that you're not. But it's just a good screener. So to find ideas. So yeah. Anyway, that's the video. Look at Bitcoin one last time for today. Looks like we're getting more pullback. Yeah, we are a little bit, not much, but support and resistance. I mean, support is here. So as this breaks, closes below the hourly, we're out. This will be indication 26,413. We're going lower, but we'll see. Tomorrow, I think next week we'll get that drop. That's a reverse. That's kind of a neutral candle. This is a reversal candle. Just be patient. There's going to be entries. Bitcoin's not going to go from here to 100K or 50K in a couple of weeks or days. I think we have some a little bit of a rest. Anything between 24 and 21,000 is a buy. If we get here, that would be a larger drop than what I'm anticipating, but perfectly possible. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching.